Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Silent Hunter 5. Well, where we last left off, we had moved ourselves up into Norway and begun Operation Weiserübung? Weiserübung. Sure, we'll go with that. We took care of quite a few transport ships, and now we're just waiting for the British fleet to show up. Now, they should be showing up end of March, beginning of April. It is March 25th, so we still got a little bit of time to go. One thing I do want to check on before we get too far into anything is how many rounds of ammunition we've got. We've got 11 high explosives and 102 armor piercing left, so that's not too bad. We've still got quite a lot of armor piercing. We could still get ourselves a couple of transports if we want to. Of course, our tonnage is sitting all right. 105,000 tons for this current patrol. If we go all patrols, we're sitting at 610,000. That ain't half bad. I'm liking that. How many ships have we sunk in total? 74. There you go. Prometheus doing some good stuff. Let's see. Continue with your objective. There we go. U-52. That wasn't our number before, was it? I feel like that's changing. Weird. Okay, well, thank you anyway. Although I guess, yeah, we did get an upgraded sub, didn't we? So that explains that. So I guess technically it's not the Prometheus anymore. But whatever, we'll keep that name for the rest of the series, just because it's easier. Now, did I have a request to talk to the crew? I don't think... So basically, how I think interacting with the crew works is that it changes per campaign, but we can give it a try.
My wife complains the kids are behaving like rascals. I'm so proud of them. Chips of the old block.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Dieter.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, here we go. Look at me, getting things all wrong. How do you feel about going to war with the English and French?
I have family in England, my wife in France. It's kind of weird to think that, you know, we're enemies now. Yes, sir.
I know you like to play pranks. Please spare the first watch officer. He won't be amused.
That guy is so stiff, you could put a rudder on him and call him a torpedo. Okay, I'll lay off him. But somebody needs to pull that broomstick out of his...
That's enough, I get the picture. He is who he is. It's not up to us to change him. Besides, he's got friends in high places. It'll only spell trouble we don't want.
You have my word, Captain. You won't even know I'm here. Yes,
It's
sir?
pretty unimaginable. Everybody knows you're here, Dieter. Alright. Well, let's go talk to the rest of the crew while we're killing some time. There we go, Eric.
Captain, I would like a word with you.
What's on your mind?
Captain, your crew has been... What?
Hold on. Let's look face to face here. Never mind. Obviously, you don't have a complaint anymore. Do you think we stand a chance against the Royal Navy?
War, Herr Kalon, is a matter of will, not fleet size.
How much combat experience do you have?
Fit with honors for moving, that should account for plenty of experience. Besides, no one has ever questioned me before.
Well,
Herr Kalon,
are you in support of the war?
but of course. And you're not?
I'm not going to answer that.
Jawohl, Herr Kalon.
You still have the thing above your head. I have a feeling me trying to get you to look at me face to face.
Your orders, Captain.
Not much going on, ML. Thank you.
Ja, bitte?
How's the wife?
Later is better. Still bad when though. My parents are with her now. I guess there isn't much I could do for her anyway.
Yeah, that's too bad. What do you think of the new number one?
Let's hope he's got as much talent as he's got connections.
Haha, yes indeed, Joseph.
Ja, bitte?
Do you think we're ready for the war?
Ready? Do you honestly believe a handful of U-boats is going to bring the Tommies to their knees? I certainly don't. We are going to need a better plan if you want to beat them.
Like going into their ports and sinking their capital
Ja,
ships?
bitte?
Alright, well, I'll keep that in mind. What's up, Wolfram? I like your name. How is your brother?
Herr Kalon, thanks. He's very honored to serve on such an outstanding ship.
Oh, your parents must be very proud.
Herr Kalon, especially our mother.
Have you met the new lieutenant yet?
Briefly, I hear he's friends with the BDU. Some say that's how he made officer.
Who he knows isn't important. He's part of the crew now, and as such deserves our respect. Have you had anything from Captain Ron yet?
No, Hecalon, but I'll let you know as...
Beautiful, thank you. Get back to work, Wolfram. Benno,
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, Captain. No complaints. Thank you.
No one's picking on you?
No. Well, maybe sometimes. But it's nothing serious, Captain.
Well, let me know if there's trouble. I know how hard it can be to be the youngest crew member.
Herr Kaloin?
Since you're the ears of the sub, what's the latest gossip?
Well, Captain, there's a lot of talk among the crew about the executive officer. They call him the pirate, saying that no one with, just one eye should be on a U-boat.
Well, I'm sure the BDU took that into concern before he assigned him to us.
Of course, Herr Kaloin. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Oh,
Are you afraid to be at war?
yes, a little bit. Especially of those British destroyers. I sure hope I hear them before they get too close.
Oh, don't be too worried. Those destroyers are louder than a herd of elephants. You'll hear them coming from miles away.
Herr Kaloin?
Keep up the work, Benno. Anybody back here? I don't think so. Or up here. Up here in the front.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
We got Kurt, but keep up the good work. That's all I got to tell you, gentlemen. Let's head to the back of the boat. Woohoo! Running! Gotta get my laps in. Sorry, gentlemen.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Herbert, are you still writing that? Where'd you go?
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
You still writing that book?
It keeps me sane. Otherwise, my thoughts would be raging in my head.
How do you feel about us having to fight the Royal Navy?
You're not Captain. I'm mortified. Of course, I don't shoot.
What do you think the crew needs most at this moment?
Success. The odds are so against us. We need to know that we can beat those Tommies. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Well, thank you, Herbert. I believe we've had a pretty successful operation so far. Olaf, how's it going?
Some of this too, Captain?
I see you brought your violin along.
But the bosun cut my strings, so there's enough noise down here.
You just let him cut your strings?
Trust me, that score isn't settled. I'll get him back somehow. You want to try some of
Quit
this
waving that knife around, man. We're tossing, turning on the seas. It's dangerous. Have you met the new lieutenant yet?
You mean the pirate? He looks like a real stiff. But as long as he doesn't complain about the food, I don't have any problem with him.
All right.
Want to try some of this too, Captain?
You ready for the war?
Born ready, Captain. Germany has suffered long enough. Time we fight back.
There you have it.
Some of this too, Captain?
Thanks, Hagel. I don't need any stew. And I think that's it.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Can't talk to you about anything, obviously, because the engines are just too loud.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
And Max, how's it going? His aim's probably as bad as it is because we keep him in the back of the boat. You should be up here in the command room, where it's far more comfortable. On the ears, especially. Let's open up, get back on deck. That's the crew taken care of. Now we're just going to be waiting to get ourselves a target. So I'm not sure the exact location the British fleet shows up in, but I'd have to imagine this is still going to be a fairly good spot to do some hunting. In the deep, in the bottleneck, close to Narvik. So, hopefully we see something soon. When we do, I'll be sure to share it with you guys. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so let me just move this line briefly. You can see the blue line? That means we got some military contacts. Now, as you can see, it's March 30th. In the time between, I decided to do a little online check-in on my phone, and apparently, as you get closer to April, there's going to be a red line that shows where the British fleet is going to be moving in, and then, we'll just put ourselves somewhere along that line and find them. However, with military contact already achieved, they are fairly well out, distance-wise. They're about 40 clicks out, so going, whatever, 14 knots? We'll see how quickly we can catch them. It's a foggy day, which is going to be helpful for us, but the seas are also rough, which is not going to be helpful for us. So, you gotta win some, you lose some. Whoa, that is not at all what I wanted to do there. We just want to get into a position like so. We will submerge when we lose contact, if we lose contact. Well, looks like we got at least a destroyer out there. So that's exciting. Here's hoping we can catch him. If we can, you guys will see it. If not, such is life. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so that wasn't nearly as theatrical as I was hoping that would be. I was hoping we'd come flying out of the water instead of just sort of pop up like that. Anyway,
Slow speed ahead.
we reached this point. We
Recharging
can see
batteries.
the enemy fleet is now about 20 clicks away. Well, make that 30. They gained 10 kilometers. Well, I went deeper and kicked my speed up so we'd come flying out of the water. And that didn't even really work. So that's what I get for trying to show off. Anyway, we're going to try and hunt these guys down. I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we've picked up 2 contacts now. They are roughly 30 kilometers away. The furthest one, this guy is closer.
Returning to course.
Half speed ahead.
So we are going to surface, obviously. Try and catch up with these guys. Now, if we go directional, looks like this guy's heading that way, this guy's heading that way. I would imagine that the fleet is probably coming around and turning. Plus, you can see we've got... Well, is that... No, it just looks like... We'll do something like that. And see... Oh, it looks like they're just pulling circles now.
Recharging batteries.
Or staying put. Alright. We'll go back that way. We'll see if we can track these guys down. When I get there, I'll be sure to show you guys. See you in a bit. Alright, so we've been following these military ships for quite a while now. Two things of concern. One, they're actually outside of the area of operations. Now, I don't know if that actually counts for anything, but I'm not going to take chances with this game. Go off and sink a couple of military ships. Not have them count for anything. Two, in my following of these, I was able to pick up 2 military contacts. Now, this fleet, according to what it says online, is supposed to have a battleship. There's entirely a possibility that they sent a single battleship with 1 destroyer, but I'm thinking that's pretty unlikely. Usually in this game, capital ships like battleships or aircraft carriers are generally defended by a ring of destroyers and not just 1. So I have a feeling this may be a little false positive. That and, it's just ticked over to March 31st, and we've got no red line. I think I'm going to hedge my bets and just wait until, I think, April 1st. This invasion line should show up, so I know where I'm going. Regardless, it's probably going to be a bit more central. So let's just go ahead,
Course 47.
plot a course out here. Let's just get up on deck, take a look at things. It's a nice dark night. Pretty heavy on the old waves. So, that's the thing that's going on. Let's check our depth.
And the keel is 235.
We got tons of room below us. So we're sitting pretty. And,
Crash dive!
let's do a crash dive, gentlemen. See how quickly we can get down there. Well, we got under pretty quickly.
Current depth 10 meters. Engage electric motors.
Let's get a feel for this. Let's get into the actual boat. Because I think... Yeah, look at that, eh? The perspective changes and you can tell that the sub's
30 meters.
drilling down as quickly as possible.
Current depth 40 meters.
Check underwater, see how things are going.
50 meters.
We're going deep. We're going deeper.
Current
As
depth,
deep as we can
60
go.
meters.
Starting to level out now? Yeah. Because I think we're supposed to reach, what, a depth of 70? So there we have it. Let's quit wasting so much battery power. 72 meters. We're nice and deep now, gentlemen. Well done. I wasn't timing, so I have no idea how well we did. I see you wiping the brow. You did good, son. You did very, very good. Alright, well, there's our crash dive. Obviously, you guys watching the video will have a timeline of how long it took. But, yeah, that was a quick way to get... Okay, that was just... For a second there, I was concerned we had dials going everywhere. Emil, that's just insane, isn't it? No, we're not going to America. North. North. The Arctic. That's where we're headed. Don't worry, buddy. We'll get it sorted. Alright, guys. Well, there goes the crash dive. Let's, get ourselves back on deck. Considering how far down we are, I want to see if I can do a retake of the Prometheus rising up. Impressively. So we're deep. We're going to be going quick. She should jump out of the water like some sort of metal dolphin, or perhaps more accurately, a whale. We'll see. Come on. Come on. I hope this payoff is worth it. Well, because of the waves, not really. Still,
Half speed ahead. Recharging batteries.
little fun times with the crew of the Prometheus. We didn't burn through too much. I mean, you know, it's a good thing we're doing these drills up here in Norway and not in the middle of the Atlantic off the coast of America. So, you know, but there we go. We got some merchant ships coming in, but we don't really care about them. We're looking for that military fleet. I'm going to be back when we at least get a chance to know where they are. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so here's the situation. It's April 2nd. This mission ends on the 9th. And we still got no red line showing where these ships are going to be. Now, we got two options. One is camp out around the tip of this arrow and potentially even further back. The battleship group should come through here, and we know that this choke point is amazing. Two, on the forums, everybody's always mentioning the Queen Elizabeth. That's the ship that you sink. That's the target. That is, let me pull this up. Whoop. This, attack shipping within Narvik area of operations, I guess. Queen Elizabeth. In Scapa Flow. So, I mean, I'm half tempted to just stay in the area. I drew this out. It's going to take us 74, 75 hours to get there. And if that doesn't complete the mission, another 75 to get back. No, you know what? We're not going to go. We're going to do this theoretically the right way. Oh my god, I wish that would stay up. This is one of the worst interface designs I've ever had. Can I put a mark? Well, that thing is up. Give me a mark. Okay. Let's go there.
Course 183. Returning to
Half
course.
speed ahead.
Let's go there. And in fact, I mean, back here might even be better. And we'll set up a blockade, really. So yeah, maybe back there would be better. We are picking up those two destroyers again. But again, I don't think it's worth hunting those guys down, because they're not escorting anything that we need to sink for this mission. So, now, and again, I could be reading this wrong. Because that's British ships entering Norway's territorial waters, which very well could be the battleship. Attack ships within Narvik area of operations could be sinking Norwegian ships. We haven't seen any, but that is a possibility. Anyway, I'm going to head back, set up the blockade, and wait for our battleship to come in. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so well out, about 1,000 kilometers, 1,100. Well, to be exact, 1,141 kilometers, traveling 15 knots, we have a task force. I'm willing to bet that is what we're looking for. Now, of course, the Queen Elizabeth is still in Scapa Flow, so if that is our actual target and it's not with the task force that we need to sink, things could get hairy. We'll find out. Anyway, we're going to spin our sub around, so we're pointed the right direction, and we'll keep our eye on the task force as best as we can. Hopefully that's what we need to hit, and everything will just come together here with a few days left. The way this mission is designed, I think it's supposed to take, you know, the position that time is of the essence, and you got to be quick. So here's hoping we're quick enough to sink this task force and move on to the next mission. We'll see you guys when we got it within closer range. See you in a bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
10 meters.
We've got more than 2 destroyers. That's generally a good sign. You can also see we've got a blue target that goes into the middle that doesn't have the destroyer sonar thingies. So we can only imagine this is the target we're looking for. So let's see if we can get a general idea of where these guys are going to go. Very general. Those 3 escorts should be
All stop.
coming through about like that. And I would bet the battleship is going to be somewhere along this line there. So, what do we got? 4 kilometers out. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit closer. Since,
New waypoint. Course 359.
You know.
Returning to course.
Slow speed ahead.
we're using our dum-dum aiming.
Half speed ahead.
New contact. Warship moving slow. Closing. Bearing 309. Long range.
Now that'll probably put us... We want to be somewhere there. Alright. We've definitely drawn the attention of at least one of these guys.
Minimum speed ahead.
Spin that around to 0. And we have had relatively good luck with the weather. That has not stuck around today. That is for sure.
Target marked.
So there's our target. What freaking direction is that guy going? They are... Son of a bitch.
Half speed ahead.
Now, you don't necessarily want to do a lot of heavy maneuvering with your periscope up when it's clear and nice out. Okay, well,
Closing tube 5.
let's get our front tubes up, shall we? And we're going to have to approach in like that. How quick are these guys going? I would imagine they're going fairly quick, 15 knots.
Extreme speed ahead.
Can we match them? Probably not. So, what we would need to do for this to work, 1, is to wait for that destroyer to get out of the way, and 2, we're going to have to manually aim this shot. Which is crazy,
Tracking new
I
target.
know.
Tracking new target.
Okay, let's turn this thing on. And let's wait for this destroyer to get out of our range. And we're going 10 knots, they're going 15. Chances of us catching these guys, not great. So let's see. We've got an unknown large warship. So we know that it's going to be... Is it a King George? Oh, come on. I don't know. Okay. I think it is a King George. We can set our depth nice and low.
Depth set to 8 meters.
Okay. Bearing. That should be coming off from the periscope. Good. Range. I want to get sheety on this. But I think it's around 4 kilometers. Oh my god, can we just... And there we go. 4,000 meters. Speed. It's going 7 knots. So at the very least, we should be able to catch that. Did that stay? It did. Angle on bow. There's the front of the ship. There's the rear of the ship. It's saying 33 degrees, but I don't necessarily think that is correct. I think it'll be more, well... Because if it's, yeah, if we're behind it, which we are, it would be coming in like that, wouldn't it? Okay, well, let's warm up the tubes and give it a shot. Now that is aiming for the back end of the ship. And I can tell you that that took far too hard of a turn. So let's go back to what it was saying. What was it, 33? Again, I don't necessarily think that that's correct.
Torpedo depth set to 8 meters.
But we'll try it. And we'll even go a bit more like that.
Los.
And let's see. Yeah. That's still taking an odd turn. Both of those are. Although I guess really what's going on is these guys are just pulling evasive maneuvers like crazy. Okay, let's turn that off. And let's scope out. Like these torpedoes. Well, we might get one hit. Well, maybe not.
Torpedo missed, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would just love it if those torpedoes, if one of them hit a destroyer, that would make my day. I don't think we're going to get that lucky. Guy's going 14 knots now. What we could try doing, although they're likely to be pulling more evasive maneuvers, if they're trying to run, you know how deep that is.
Torpedo depth set to 6 meters. Firing tube 3.
Let's try it, because there's no harm in trying.
1, ready.
Good evasive maneuver there. Why did it just stop? That's only 4 kilometers. It's not within its maximum range. Well, that is annoying. Okay.
2, ready.
Well, that was not a successful hunt. Let's just
Minimum speed ahead.
shut things down, because they will be coming back.
2, 3, ready.
They should be anyway. I doubt that would be enough to send off a battleship fleet. We still don't have them coming in. Okay.
Surface the boat.
Let's reposition to a spot where we know they're going to have to come into. Just give me that.
New waypoint. Course 195.
Something like that. They're going to have to come through here because their destination is Narvik. So, if we wait, they should show up. Hopefully, anyway.
Recharging batteries.
When they do,
Half speed
I'm
ahead.
going to share it with you
All
guys.
stop.
See you guys in a bit. Alright. So we know that the task force, now that that's showing up on the 6th, we know that they're going to be coming through in about 2 days. Going this route. Ending here, conveniently where those warships are. So, we're on the surface. Oh, again. Give me that. Put a mark. Right there. Now, we can shut that down. And position ourselves right on that
New
mark.
waypoint. Course 3.
Still a wide area,
Returning to
Half speed
course.
ahead.
but I'm hoping that the military convoy is just going to come straight into our sights. That's the hope. We can sit laying in wait, and if we're not generating any noise, they shouldn't hear us. So no engines, we'll rig for silent running, and hopefully sneak up on them when they show up. That's the plan. I'll see you guys if it happens, or when something close to it happens. See you in a bit. Alright, so the fleet never came. That's it for Norway. So, where to next? Well, we're gonna head down. We got plenty of time. We're gonna head on into Wilhelmshaven and end the patrol and see if we can't get some upgrades for our U-boat or something along them lines. So let's
New waypoint. Course 353.
Let's
Returning to
set
course.
our
New waypoint.
course.
Course 356.
That's Helgeland.
New waypoint. Course 315.
And
New waypoint. Course 312. New waypoint. Course 312.
we can get our periscope down out of the way and leave the map. Let's get on the surface too. We don't need to make that journey completely underwater. That would be ridiculous.
Recharging batteries.
On the surface? Come on, open the goddamn door. There we go. Alright, well, we'll see you guys when we get back to port. What an anticlimactic episode. Apologies all around, especially considering I've been at this for about like 2 hours now. All with nothing to show for it. Yay! See you guys in a bit. Alright, well,
Sighted, bearing 9.
Minimum speed ahead.
here we are steaming into port at 18 knots. That is incredibly excessive. And, as you can see, there's no resupply, so we're going to have to do the save load fun. Should take chance I should take my chance. Remember to install that ammo mod. Although that means I gotta look for it too. That takes too much time. Let's go ahead. Save the game as first patrol. Yes, please. And I'm gonna be back when I'm in port. See you guys shortly. Alright, we're back in Wilhelmshaven. Let's go talk to
Herr Kaloy.
this dude. Probably need some
What do
upgrades.
you want?
Nothing on the deck gun, nothing on the flak guns.
Sure thing. What do you have
Torpedoes,
in mind?
still just the Type 1. Well, we'll load those up.
Sure. What do you want?
Sensors
Sure.
are looking
What do you
just
want?
fine. I'm going to make sure... See, we've got the renown to spare. We've got 11,000 renown. So we're going to equip that and then go back to the Tiger Stripes and make sure those get on. Waste of money, perhaps. But at least that way,
Sure thing.
I
What do
shouldn't
you have
leave
in
port
mind?
without
All
it.
I'll have the meals loaded onto
Welcome
your
back,
boat.
Herr Kaloy.
What are
in.
the orders? Have we got anything new? I doubt it. It's still just that one. So let's request that mission and go ahead. Get on out of that view.
Welcome back.
And let's start the new patrol up. Looks like I'm not loading those mods. That's fine. So that's frustrating. That Narvik mission. I've got to say, if it wasn't for my ability...
Returning
All
to
stop.
course.
Half speed ahead. All stop.
We're approaching our
sighted,
final
bearing
waypoint.
If it wasn't for my ability to edit save games, I would be
New waypoint. Course 1. Returning to
Half speed
course.
ahead.
Sighted.
quite frustrated with this game.
New waypoint.
Do not go 18
3,
knots,
5,
please.
2.
Minimum
New
speed ahead.
waypoint. Course
Split the difference between those two ships.
New waypoint.
And
204.
Escort sighted. Bearing 255.
New
we're going to have to be heading through the channel again.
203.
So that's exciting. Okay. Well, as we're leaving port, safely too, I might add. Excellent, gentlemen. How is everyone today? Let us clear that and then go ahead. We got 15 promotion points to spend. My God. Those are our medals. I would imagine we can probably medalify. Let's do Joseph and Dieter, obviously. And then Eric. Sure, why not? We'll get our executive officers all medaled up, seeing as how some of the non-commissioned guys have medals. Man, pretty much everybody has a medal now. Oh, Benno, how could we forget you? And Wolfram, you're going to have to wait. Same. Oh, no, it's just Wolfram waiting now. So we don't want the crew thinking that we're playing favorites because we got the same first name. That would not be good. We'll get the last round of engineering upgrades done. We'll get a next round of navigation stuff done.
Ship sighted. Bearing 23.
Torpedoes, what's this? Overcharge. So that's not heating, that's overcharging. We'll consider that. Let's see here. We might as well get passive benefits before clickable benefits. That's how I feel anyway. There we go. Radio guy, there we go. And then the last one, Max, I think you're fully trained up. So, let's see. Lowering the chance of being DFN'd and avoided being spotted by enemy aircraft. Sure, that'll probably come into use much later in the game, but it's good to have that set now. So, our crew efficiency is sitting at what? 91 out of 100. Morale's at 100 out of 100. And leadership, of course, is 100 out of 100. Who could argue with Wolfram's leaderships? Leadership.
Slow speed ahead.
I don't think you can have a plural of leadership. Well, except, more than one person. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, so we're going for the last mission we've got. We've got, some decent time to get it finished. Doesn't really matter now, though. Really. We're set. got a score to settle with a Nelson. I'm just considering. Whatever we do, it's going to have to be in the next episode, though. So,
Bearing 9-9.
it's a little bit of a downer this time around. Because I don't think we sunk a single ship today. And, yeah, that sucks. I don't like it when we don't sink ships. But, it's not for, lack of trying. We certainly did our best to try and sink some ships. The game just wasn't going to be allowing us.
Ship sighted. Bearing 304.
And I can't blame the game for everything, I suppose. It was also my inability to actually properly attack that convoy. So, some of the fault is on me, and I'll take that. But I think we're just going to have to leave the episode here today. So, yeah, thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. We'll get some more ships next time. That's basically, what we can do. So we got, you see, we'll get 3 out of 5 missions completed, which isn't going to be enough. Even getting more than 50% of the missions completed isn't enough to advance to the next campaign. This game, man, I love it and I hate it all in the same breath. Like I say, at least we got the time machine mod. So we'll hop in our DeLorean when we have to and go back to the future to start happy times. So that's the plan. Thank you guys very much for watching. And, we'll see you next time.